you please tell me where you cut my children's hair?
I gave my kids a haircut.
You had no authority. Did you come?
Do you have my kids behind us?
Did you consult with me?
Kim, let me peel off.
Did you consult with me?
Can I leave now?
Let's be a man for once.
Can I leave?
Did you consult with me? Ma, can you get the police because... Yeah, he's taking my photo because he won't tell me exactly what happened. He has no right to do that. I asked you a simple question.
So your mom gonna get the police?
I don't know. I'm asking you a question. Where did you do this? Earl, they don't
Kim, you are really making the kids nervous.
Earl, I know my own children ever since. Okay?
Ever since what?
I know my children.
Ever since what?
Since you abandoned them.
I abandoned
know them, okay?
Oh, I thought I left you.
No, I'm recording it too, just to make sure that we're even, Steven, okay?
Yeah, I don't care about that.
That's no problem.
Oh, don't scratch the car.
Oh, no, scratch the car. Go ahead, do whatever you want to do.
Come on, let me hold the train.
No, that's their train.
I got the train until...
Okay, hold on. No, you hold on to that train. Don't let him take that away from you. Nope.
Don't let him put the train on the car, please,
Then
Kim.
you need to tell me exactly what happened.
Oh, see, you got the boys crying.
Well, you took his train.
Don't scratch the car.
I didn't take it.
Don't scratch the car.
Answer the question.
Get daddy a kiss. Get daddy a kiss.
Answer the question.
Look. Can I pick him up, Kim?
Put him down.
Can I pick the kid
You're
up?
over the time.
Let me pick
You're
the kid.
over the time.
So I can't pick the kids up?
Let go. Would you tell me what you did?
So I can't pick the kids up?
Tell me what you did.
They got a haircut, Kim.
Where? Where, Earl? You put a shaver to their head. How dare you do that?
You finished? And your mom was going to get the police, huh? Kim, would you please have them get the train off the car?
Answer the question.
I'm going to take the train from them, okay?
Take them and then they'll be bawling and it's all you. That's it.
They can't have the train on the car.
Well, then
now,
you need to answer the
then
question.
Why don't you back up from the car then?
You need to answer the question.
Back up from the car.
They're going to remember you as an image of taking this away.
Then back up from the car, Kim.
Then answer my question.
Yo, when you sent that video to me, I was thinking, bro, if Headache was a person, you
know what it is, yeah? I don't like to jump to conclusions. I like to understand things properly. Help me understand. Is there a legal or illegal way of cutting a child's hair in America?
Nah, there's no...
So why did she say you don't have the right? What's the what?
So basically,
you know, America has its own way of doing things, so you have to be very careful.
So I've actually seen the video before you actually sent it to me, and the context. What I get from it is there is a notion, unfortunately, that because I'm the primary carer to the child, the language that picking up from the language that she's using is that it's my child. And you're just being a part of it as a dad. She doesn't see the children as our child. So her thing is if you want to do anything with my children, despite that you're the father, you have to consult me about everything, which is crazy because obviously you're not together. So the whole notion that, okay, cool.
Is that based on how she wants things to be, or is that based on the law?
That's how she wants it. It's not the law.
So it's not the law?
No.
So the idea of calling the police based on something like that, you ain't getting arrested.
That's why he wasn't shaken by it. Because it's like, okay,
so then you're being difficult.
Exactly.
Yeah, you're actually being difficult. Okay, yeah. So then you're being difficult. Because I was, again, in so many different situations, so many different things that happen in this world, it's so easy to be like, yeah, you're just chatting crap. Oh, yeah, whatever, and then whatever. But the truth is, yeah, for me personally, is that until you look at all the areas and all the factors, should you really make a comment? Do you get what I'm saying? I hate people that just jump the gun. And that's why, like, trying to understand if he done something illegal by cutting his own kid's hair. Because in UK-wise, you took your child to get a haircut. I think it would be a bit it would be a different circumstance if your kid, let's say, had dreads or had plaits and then you had to go and shave it off without consulting the mum. Then I can be a bit like, I wouldn't say that is against the law, because it's not, but that's like, moral-wise, you should really discuss that with me before you cut his hair off. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, we should both agree. If it was that we've always shaved his hair, then it doesn't, I don't see what, the kid didn't have dreads and you cut it off. Yeah. So you're just trying to be an arsehole.
Yeah. I think men have to really be careful because, like,
It's a shame as well.
yeah, it's a shame. Do you think it's something that, let's say, for example, he saw those red flags in the beginning, or and obviously this is just you don't need to. It's not a need to know.
No, it's not a need to know. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just more. What do you think your opinion is? Because how does it get to a place where you co-create, you create with somebody, and the person's like that, or is it just the pain of a split?
Majority of people see the red flags. A majority of people know when they're being deceived. You know when a woman presents herself to you in a certain kind of way that it's not the complete package. The thing is with deception is that the twisted and toxic thing of deception is that you want to be deceived. You don't actually want to know. So a girl could list a number of things that she does to make herself seem like she's something that she's not. But by the time you're involved with her, you can clock straight away that this is not her. But you like the idea of the person more than the actual person itself. You like what they present. So you want to be deceived. You don't want to actually see the facts. You don't want to see the truth. You want to live within whatever ideal she's created for you. And you want to tell your friends that, yeah, she does this. She's a businesswoman. Yeah, she whatever. This chick ain't none of those things. You knew this before. And even if she was doing it, you knew she was struggling. You knew. But because it looks good and sounds good, you carried on. Problem is now is that as you carried on, it then backfires on you when things go left with the woman. Because now she's doing things that, in actual fact, slyly, you always knew she was capable of doing. Because of the fact that she deceived you in the first place. So, it's a tricky one. Even if you saw red flags, sometimes your emotions take you so far with someone that you ignore those red flags. You know? Some women know this guy he ain't shit. But your feelings towards him and your feelings towards the idea of him, not the idea, the potential of him, allows you to ignore what you're actually seeing. Do you get it? So, for many women, it gets to the point where it's like, all right, until the guy has run down your credit, have you down woken up? Because emotions is taking you to a place where, in actual fact, boy, whatever he does, I know in the end, it's going to be good for us. So you're hoping for it to be good. And in some cases, which I don't think is a lot, in some cases, women bail out before they should bail out. And by the time it does happen, you've lost the guy. Tyler Perry did a film on that.
It's like damned if you don't, damned if you
Do
do.
you get what I'm saying? So then you run this thing of a risk, which is, do you continue doing this or do you shut it down? I can't remember what it was. Taraji P. Henson did a film with Tyler Perry. I can't remember what it was. You check it, you see. It was about him doing something to do with energy and power, and he was creating something, and she had to give up her mortgage. She had to give up her grandma's house. Money broke. Boom, boom, boom. All so that he can get this thing with Preston Lee or whatever. And then in the end, it hit. But by then, she's locked him off completely. And then he comes and she's thinking he's trying to get her back wearing a fancy suit. Because all she's thinking is this guy's a bum. These times he's hit mills. He's bought the house back for her that she gave up. And then on top of that, he's given her cash. I think it was a couple mil. And they've been divorced. So he didn't actually have to do that.
Yeah.
Just on that, I'm sorry my dream took so long. And then she want to come back now and be like, yeah, well, because the life that he said that they were going to have, he's now created it. The problem is that it's with another chick. And now she wants to kill him. But then at the same time, the argument could be that so many women have done that. And after riding for so long, you've ducked me out anyway.
Logically, do you think that makes a lot of sense to wait?
No. It's never. Logically, sense-wise, no. Sense tells me, get the fuck out of this shit straight away. Emotions tells me, I can hold on for a bit longer. I can. It's gonna happen. Let me keep trying. You know what I'm saying? Emotions is what takes you to that place where you can put yourself in a dark place. So you have to be very careful with the balance of sense and emotions. But remember, with no emotion and everything just sense, but most of us ain't doing jack shit because it doesn't make sense. You know, so it's a tricky one. It's a tricky one. You can't. You see red flags personally. If you're, let's say, 30 and above, run. Dum, 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 run. But obviously in your 20s, where you're slightly a bit more naive and, you know, I wouldn't say just naive, actually. That's not fair. You're a bit more fairy tale-ish. You're not as clued up and you haven't gone through as much. I can then understand why you would try. But past a certain age, past a certain level of experience, apply more sense. Because when you weigh up the probability of things going left, man, nobody at the age of 60 wants to be doing college security.
So you see. That being said, like, what do you think the preventable measures are in the sense of like self-esteem plays a big part in if you're ready to leave somebody, because obviously if someone's gonna violate or do something that necessarily doesn't favor you, you now have to see like, okay, cool, am I worthy of this type of treatment? Or is there a situation where you can have like elders and wise people, well, people you rate to be around you to help you make better decisions? Because obviously you got a kid, and if let's say he's now telling you at 28, I think I found the one, blah blah blah, then you've seen something in her that's a bit, you're gonna tell your son like, yo, out of protecting him. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah, but just telling him how to protect him is not going to change the fact that he feels what he feels. And sometimes you could tell someone so many different things, so many different times, to the point where you're beating it into them and they're going to do it anyway. In which case you have to accept that sometimes people have to learn the hard way. But again, you're not telling them that they have to learn the hard way because you want it to go left. You're telling them that in actual fact, if it does, hopefully it doesn't, but if it does, then it's not even I told you so, but you know I told you so. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, so all one would say is, if that was the case and I was advising someone based on that, all I would say is be aware that if this happens, you'll be in this situation here. And if you're going to be in this situation here, you need this to be able to comfortably get through that situation. So I'm not suggesting that I'm not saying that that's going to happen, but for me personally, prepare for the worst and pray for the best. Now, faith tells me everything's going to be fine. But then the other part to my faith tells me that even if it's not fine, it's fine.
And what about self-esteem?
You know, self-esteem, it depends on how you want to look at self-esteem. Self-esteem won't... If you have self-esteem issues and you're in a relationship, and that's part of the reason why you stay with someone, then it's got nothing to do with the factors of red flags. Because the truth is, you had self-esteem issues before you even went in. So the truth is that if you actually have self-esteem issues, should you actually be in a relationship? The same thing goes with the saying with what I just said, is that you're going into something knowing that you've got self-esteem issues. And if a large part of your self-esteem is heavily reliant on that particular man or that particular woman, then I'm going to tell you that you're running a risk here. Now, hopefully the person that in actual fact recognizes you have self-esteem issues doesn't abuse you, oppress you, doesn't use it against you in a negative way, but I can't guarantee that. So if they do, you need to be prepared for that. How are you going to be prepared for that? Well, I don't think you can be prepared for that, but what I think you can do is, whilst you're in that relationship, work on what in actual fact is giving you issues or causing issues with your self-esteem. don't just then ignore it because you're now with someone. Because again, respectfully, you could be with someone for 20 years and then that's it. That's not awesome. And you don't want to think like that, but you know, that's the reality of this world that we live in.